What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today we're checking out another quick unboxing, right? I believe this one's coming from Vosteed. I could be right, I could be wrong. You may already know from the title and thumbnail, just know that I'm just taking my best guess here. I think this one might be a Vosteed knife. So doing the honors today, we got the Vosteed Thornton, and I've recently unboxed this one here in the channel not that long ago. This one is from Brian's Sharp World, and one of his collaboration designs with the Vosteed. 14C28N black wash blade with the green micarta going on, and recess liners. It's a button lock with thumb deployment, reverse flick, and also that front flipper was executed very, very well. So I've been really having a blast with this one, definitely carrying it, getting some use out of it here before recording the review video, which is coming up. Of course, this knife and every other knife that you see in this video will be linked down below. So if you want to check prices, availability, anything else in between, you're more than welcome to. Links will be in the description and the pinned comments. It does help out the channel when you use those links, but that is entirely up to you. So without further ado, let's go ahead and put this Warncliffe sheep's foot blade to work. All right, get a nice slice going on here. All right, check that out effortlessly. And is it a Vosteed knife? Yes. It is just what I thought it was. All right, they reached out to me and said they wanted to send this one into the channel for me to check out and share with you guys. And we are talking about the, drum roll please, the Thunderbird, right? Thunderbird, this is one that I've been looking forward to checking out for quite some time, and I'm just happy it is finally here, guys. So let's go ahead and take a look together. Here we go. Let's go ahead and open it up. Am I opening it backwards? What's the deal here? Come on now. There we go. All right. This is why we got a premium box inside of the cardboard box there. That's why I was having a little bit of a difficult time. Check this out. Fit and finish here looks good. We got the Vosteed logo embossed in the Vosteed orange right there in the front. Then we got a little symbol right here. All right, this is a metal casing. That's pretty high premium. Kind of like that your Altoids tin can, but a little bit bigger. And then here is the signature Vosteed pouch, the little patches that you can move around. All right, and we got the Vosteed instructions here, right? Warranty details, things like that, how to maintain, safety guidelines. You're welcome to pause the video if you like. All right, we have also a Thunderbird, Vosteed Thunderbird patch as well, EDC patch. That's pretty cool. We have a nice little EDC sticker. We got the Thunderbird with the skull right there, two Thunderbird knives right there across from each other. Looks pretty sick. And last but not least, we have the wiping cloth, which is, by the way, one of the best wiping cloth I've experienced from EDC knives that come right from the box, right from the manufacturer. So we'll go ahead and put all of that back here for a moment, and let's focus on the knife here. Zipper pouch, and boom, here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at the Vosteed Thunderbird, making a debut here in the channel at last. I believe this one came out sometime last year, and it is finally here. Now, I didn't choose this combination. They sort of just, said if I wanted to check one out, I said yes, and they went ahead and sent it to me. And I mean, this is a pretty cool one because it's got black and red. If you guys don't know, red is my favorite color. Even though for knives, I typically go for a more monochrome or titanium, sort of mill titanium finish on the handles. I feel like this one on red and black is actually speaking to me right off the bat pretty well. Looks like we have a brass backspacer, and we have these handles. I'm at a loss for word here. What sort of handles are we dealing with here? Right, there is a liner, right? We got recessed liners in here, but it is not, right? It is not stainless steel. Definitely gives me G10 vibes, right? It's actually very smooth, right? The finish here looks very, very nice. So at first I thought it would have been maybe aluminum, right? But yeah, it's not cold to the touch like aluminum would be. So I had to double check. So this is the Topo G10 is what they call it. And by the way, it actually comes in very different combinations as well. There's other variants for this particular one if you're into it. I believe they have like red, white, and blue. I think they also have black and orange, black and blue, right? Gray and black. So there's different combinations out there for you to check out. We are working with a button lock. Now, Vosteed recently came out with the Trek lock, or the top liner lock. I think this is a plunge lock, right? It's just a regular plunge lock, button lock here. And we have the multiple deployment options. So it looks like, of course, we could use a button to deploy. We got a nice opening right here on the blade for that reverse flick, thumb deployment, front flipper, back flipper. I mean, this thing is a fidgety dream right here. So, of course, you got the deep pocket carry clip, right, which is very common to Vosteed, right? We can see it here, same as in the Vosteed Raccoon. And they actually do an awesome job. I give them praise for always including that filler tab on the other side and always making their knives reversible. So they do an awesome job there in that department, right? They understand if a knife is ambidextrous, right, might as well make it reversible for lefties, but also they do a great job at that. Check out how flush that clip is right there. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this thing open. Which one am I going to use first? By the way, that looks very smack aligned right there in the middle. Boom, check that out. So let's go with the flipper here, right? That's the first one. Here we go. Bam. Check out that blade right there. Boom. What are we classifying this thing? A harpoon, clip harpoon, tanto, dual ground tanto? I don't know. Perhaps that could be it. You guys let me know your classification for the Thunderbird down in the comments, right? I'm going to give this one a nice wipe here because just came in out of the box. You guys saw it for the first time and has the oils and things like that, which, I mean, this thing is going to see use right as soon as this video is over, right? It's going right in the pocket right away. So we're not wasting any time. And man, that is a beautiful, beautiful looking blade, right? S35 VN is the steel, right? Which S35 VN is a pretty solid premium steel, kind of the lower end of already premium steels, right? Not mid-tier, but high tier. But lower end compared to more premium, higher tier steels out there. Stainless steel, very reliable, good for sharpening, etc. Gotta love, love, love S35 VN. Thunderbird written right here on the blade, okay? And on the other side, we just have Vosteed, okay? Other than that, we have a nice swedge going on here at the top. We have a fuller, which is pretty nice. I wonder if we can also flip from the fuller. We'll check that out in a second. And then we have this flat. Is it a flat or a hollow? Ooh, that feels like a ever so slightly hollow section right there. And then a flat here towards the front. So, man, that is so, so well executed. Now, not to be biased or anything, I love Vosteed, and I strongly feel like they're doing a great job these days, coming out with amazing, amazing new models. I mean, we're basically scratching the surface right here in the channel. So they're just doing really, really good. Getting a little bit of bounce from the button lock. Maybe I just need to calibrate a bit, right? The way it folds back in, reverse flick. All right, that's snappy. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of bounce right there. I'm not sure why. Yeah, it bounces there, even though I push the button and let go. All right, let's see the front flipper. Here we go. All right, just as you would expect, it's nice and jimped all the way around. And so is the flipper tab. They put the jimping where it matters. So, bam, also satisfying snap. Yeah, it still bounces for some reason. I'm not sure why. Typical button lock, like the Pyrite here. When you close it, just push the button and let go. And it should, basically not bounce unless you hang on to or push the button and not let go. That's when it bounces. But if you let go of the button on the way back, it should close shot. Let's test it here. Thumb deployment, back in. See, maybe it's a matter of breaking it, right? So this is, of course, an unboxing and first impressions, by the way. This is not a review video in any way, shape, or form. We got the lawnmower team out there killing the grass. They just picked the best time of the day, especially when I'm recording, to come out and start mowing my neighbor's lawn. So hopefully that's not coming through the video, but thumb deployment is good. Reverse flick also feels good. Front flipper, yeah, that's money. And the flipper here is good. Also, the button itself is good. Again, I'm not sure why I'm getting the bounce, right? That is about the only thing that is, in a way, throwing me off a little bit. Ergonomically speaking, right, you got, in a way, kind of a thin profile handle, right? Again, I have average hands, not the biggest of hands, not the smallest of hands. That feels good, by the way. There's a curvature here for your index finger, all their fingers follow suit. The pocket clip is nice and comfortable, right, which is what I love about the Vosteed pocket clip so much. By the way, there's a tiny little Vosteed logo printed on there, right, which is nice. And check out the GIMP section right here. So that gives you good control right there for your cuts. And then you can forward choke on this thing as well if you wanted to. Check out this sharpening shoulder section right there. Boom. You can get some work done with this guy. No doubt about that. So what is this, like a satin finish going on this blade? There's a little bit of something left, residue, something left right there on the blade. There we go. Now it's nice and clean. That's all right, you guys let me know in the comments, but that is one gorgeous, good looking blade right there, if you ask me. Okay, again, I'm trying to figure out why their button lock, this particular one is bouncing, right? Not sure if that's gonna, go away later on, but yeah, even if I push the button and let go, it's still bouncing a little bit. For comparison, I do have their Vosteed Corgi Pup, and I feel like this one, see, it doesn't bounce like that on the return. By the way, you can see their sort of company language right there. The button lock has the same texture on it, which is pretty neat. All right, check that out. And yeah, this one just, closest shot, it doesn't bounce in any way, shape, or form. So that might be the only thing. I'll reach out to Vosteed and check with them to see, if that's something they're aware of or could be happening there. And, stay tuned for the review video on this knife, because it may go away by the time I do the review video. But all other deployment methods are all satisfying. Reverse flick, you can get used to that. Front flip, that's money, right? Let's try the reach around. There we go. That feels good, right? Side of the index finger. Come on now. Boom, there we go. Gotta, again, take a little bit of practice here, but so far so good. You can light switch it, yeah, push button it, right? You don't want to push button it because you are sort of moving your finger out of the way for this other section right here for the front flipper. That's about the only thing. And there's your plunge grind or plunge lock, button lock. It does have an internal stop, right? That's what I'm seeing. Yeah, it definitely has this other pin here for the close position to hold the blade in place, but the plunge lock, button lock is happening inside. But yeah, I'm not sure, the bouncing, maybe it just requires you to do it very, very softly, right? Maybe I'm over, whoops, maybe I'm over, giving it too much emphasis or something, giving it too much beans. Something interesting I remember from back when this knife came out last year, I believe this knife came out in the heat of the spine whack test, right? Everybody was spine whacking their knives left and right, especially if it was a button lock. I do remember Metal Complex's video spine whacking it and failing it, but I feel like that was maybe a little bit overdone, perhaps. Maybe in the heat of everybody just doing it like way too much or overdoing it. But let's just test this one really quick. I'm not gonna do it too hard. I'm just gonna give it a significant amount, and let's just see how it goes. All right, there we go. See, I'm not gonna, take 2-3 steps back and then come forward and just slam it against the table as hard as I can. I feel like that is enough, right? If the knife is locked in there, right, it should be good to go. Especially in most cases when you are forward choking, you have even more control, but it should give you the locking peace of mind that you want from, a button lock knife. Now, there are way more like stronger locking mechanisms out there. The button lock is not necessarily the strongest, but it is very strong. Definitely is one of the most fidgety ones. And last year and even this year still, button locks are very, very popular, sort of locking mechanism style knives. And this one is no exception, as you saw, right? It did very well with that spine whacking test. So I think it's solid, right? I think if there was anything that they needed to address at some point, Vosteed has already looked into it and made it better at this point. So you should be just, you'll be fine with that. I even tested it back when I did the original Corgi Pup unboxing, which is also a button lock. And again, that one also did very well as well, even though, again, there were issues at some point, with the button locks. And again, I'm sure Vosteed has done everything they needed to do to improve and make their button locks, right, safer and lock properly, right? Again, there's no need to overdo the spine whack test a couple of different times, right? That should be good enough. If it survives that, then it should be good to go for EDC use. Now, liners are milled in the inside. It feels like a good weight for this large knife. It is definitely going to be in the large category. Let's do some size comparisons, shall we? Boom, here's the PM2. It's actually pretty much on par right there with the PM2, although, of course, it has a much narrower profile, right? Check it out here next to the Para 3 as well. You guys be the judge right there. Here's the Demko AD 20.5 and the smaller brother, the Shark Cub, right? So it's going to be a little bit bigger than both of those, no doubt. Here's the Civivi Vision FG and the bigger brother, the Sentinel Strike. Both of these also came out last year. Very popular budget EDC knives as well. And again, the Thunderbird is definitely a little bit bigger. I'll say a little bit bigger than the Vision FG, but a little bit shorter than the Sentinel Strike. Here it is next to the CJRB Pyrite, another very popular button lock. Here is the Vosteed Raccoon, right? Which Vosteed also does a killer job with crossbar locks, by the way. So if you haven't checked out crossbar locks from Vosteed, you know, you are missing out because they do an outstanding job with their crossbar locks, hands down, right? And they're also very solid and strong locks as well. So yeah, definitely the Thunderbird is bigger than both of these. Last but not least, I want to bring a Vosteed premium knife out here. This is my very own Vosteed RSKAOS, which is, I feel like these came out around ballpark the same time. I always lean more towards the RSKAOS. To me, it was a more like beefy, meaner looking knife, you know, from RS Knife Works. But you can see they're more or less about the same size. The RSKAOS being a tad bit bigger. And here's the new Thornton, right? There is that Brian's Sharp World collaboration. All right, and again, he's a content creator as well here on YouTube, so check him out if you haven't already. But yeah, the Thunderbird is going to be a little bit bigger than that Thornton that we used to open the box there. But yeah, I mean, Vosteed, needless to say, right? And again, full disclosure, they did send this knife in for me to check it out and share with you guys. But I mean, full disclosure, Vosteed is just killing it right now with all the knives, with their innovations, right? The Ankelo knife, the new one that, you know, prototype that has come out, that they have in the Kickstarter campaign is actually looking pretty good. I think they have a few more that have come out recently as well. Hopefully I get a chance to check those out and share with you in the channel here very soon. I mean, overall, Vosteed has a knife for everybody, depending on your taste, what kind of knife you like. Do you like a fidgety knife? Do you like a big knife? Do you like a small knife, right? What is your knife taste like, right? So they make small knives, they make big knives. There's that Corgi Pup. Here's the Vosteed Mini Labrador, right? I mean, so they also have great budget steels. They work a lot with 14C28N. They also do a lot of work with S35VN, and their more premium knives are in usually M390. Sometimes they do other steels as well. So they're experimenting with quite a bit. So if Vosteed is not on your radar, it definitely should be, because they make amazing knife all throughout the range. So let's check out how sharp this guy is. And of course, we'll do a very scientific test, right? First, we'll cut some paper. Then we're going to cut some cardboard. As you can see, it is going through that paper like nobody's business. And man, that is one sharp edge right there. Absolutely no doubt about that. Check that out. And again, this is coming out of the box. What I like about this Tanto is that it doesn't have perhaps the peaky low corner here. It's a little bit more of a round corner right there, going from this hollow to this flat, right? So that feels really good. And again, yeah, we're looking for a knife that's going to go through paper like butter. I mean, most knives do, but this one, again, coming very sharp out of the box, no doubt about that. Let's check out, again, some everyday cardboard. I got a single wall cardboard right here. Right, remember, when cutting cardboard, don't cut perpendicular, but rather at an angle like that. And it should look something like this. Here we go. And I'm going to do it a little bit slower than I normally would, just so you guys can see it going through the material a little bit better. Yeah, that hollow grind is putting in work. I did a pass through a little bit faster that time. Gonna go a little bit faster, more so my normal pace. Yeah, that is one sharp knife out of the box. Absolutely no doubt about that. They put a really good factory edge on these knives. And that's what it's going to look like once you've done a couple of passes through cardboard or whatever material. The good news is with this satin finish, right, we're going to be able to wipe it here and it's going to look back to nice and shiny, nice and beautiful. Again, really digging the hollow ground here. And again, you guys rate it in the comments. Let me know how sharp is this guy on a scale from 1 through 10. Of course, 10 being the sharpest. Let me know. So in case you're wondering, I know I mentioned this earlier in the video. Yes, you can. I just did it. You can, you know, 1 out of 3-4 tries, flip it from the fuller if you want to, like flip it open from the fuller, right? Probably takes a little bit of practice. So in case you're wondering, yes, you could add that to the fidgetability of the knife. Of course, that takes a little bit more mastering to do. If you want to go for the safer route, of course, the Spidey flick off of the hole itself is the safest way to do it. So, but yeah, just wanted to put that out there since it does have a very pronounced, beautiful looking fuller right there, right? And you want to make use of it if you wanted to. You could. You just got to practice a lot. That's all. Well, there you have it, guys. That is the Vosteed Thunderbird quick unboxing first reactions video. Everything about this one is solid. The execution, the fit and finish, right? What they set out to do here, right? Solid tool, right? Fidgety also as a result, being a button lock. And the only thing that throws me off is that bounce for whatever reason, right? Even if I let go of the button, sometimes I get it to, you know, lock in place. Sometimes it bounces, right? It feels like it maybe a little bit weak on how much that plunge lock button locks the blade in place. That does create the detent. You know, maybe that's the only thing I would say. I feel like I've been timing it and I've been, there we go, see like that, getting a little bit better there. So I'll definitely keep you guys posted during the review video later on, see if that goes away, if I'm able to kind of get used to it, kind of what that experience is like. But as far as deployment goes, all other deployments are working pretty well, you know, as you would expect. So yeah, you can get as creative as you want with so many different deployment options. This is definitely going to be a very fidgety one. There's also these lines in here, by the way, which I didn't mention, right? So those are pretty cool. Kind of add a little bit of personality to the handle, right? I know that these are also available in titanium as well, right? There's some different options, more premium handle materials, also more premium steels as well, so worth checking out. Again, this knife will be linked down in the description and pinned comments if you're interested on checking it out. I can't guarantee availability, but I'm pretty sure it will be available. I'll try to link to as many websites, Vosteed's website included, of course. So if you're looking for a specific one that you like or a specific combination that you're looking to pick up, right, chances are it will be in stock and you can check it out. It does help out the channel when you purchase a knife through those links, but that is entirely up to you and absolutely zero extra cost. That being said, guys, let me know in the comments what questions do you have about this knife. What sort of questions or different areas do you want me to tackle during the review? If you have anything specifically in mind. By the way, obviously this guy is on ball bearings, so it's very, very, you know, nice and smooth on the action there, right? I guess you could call it very drop shotty, right? Like check out the drop shot action right here. Right, that's pretty nice, obviously with ball bearings. And I feel like the brass back here definitely kind of complements it. Is that brass or would this be copper, right? I don't know. Let's correct yourself here, Miguel, right? It's definitely not pulling necessarily, right? So it's got to be copper, right? I feel like brass is the yellow one, so maybe copper right there. Check out the little pin there for your lanyard. If you're a lanyard fan, then you got that taken care of right there. And yeah, that is the Vosteed Thunderbird first impressions. Quick unboxing experience to share with you guys. You know the drill. I'm going to carry this knife here for some time to come back to you with a comprehensive review video on it here very soon. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, this will be a great time to do so. I make knife and ADC content like this on a daily basis. I promise you, you would not be disappointed. Smash that like button if you found, if you got value out of this video. I would truly appreciate it. It does help the video with the YouTube algorithm reach a larger audience. And if you want to support the channel a step further, check out the Patreon link in the description, or you can simply support the channel right here on YouTube by becoming a channel member. You'll get access to exclusive perks But that's been it, guys. Again, shout out to Vosteed for sending out the Thunderbird for us to check it out here in the channel, for me to share my experience with you guys. Again, the review will be coming up here very, very soon. I'm gonna put 2 knives here on the screen for you guys to check out next. If you're looking into Vosteed premium knives, you definitely should check out the RSKAOS. I'll put a card for that right there. And if you want to check out the recent model here, the Thornton, right, check it out and put a video card for that one here on the right. Check out either one or both, guys. Can't go wrong with either one of them. Again, Vosteed does great jobs in the budget category or the premium category as well. So hope you guys have a fantastic day. I love each and every single one of you. Hope you guys take care. I'm going to catch you guys on the next video, either this one or this one. Peace.